Hang on
Do we
a
have
second.
fanciness?
We have a little bit of fanciness.
Ooh, I like fancy. Where is it?
Theme music and stuff. It's Curt and Jen. Good morning or afternoon or evening, whenever you're listening to
Happy
this, right?
Friday,
It is
May
Friday.
3rd, and I say that because it's leading into a big weekend. There's the
huge.
Kentucky Derby tomorrow. Tomorrow's opening day of boating season here in the Pacific Northwest
Yeah,
with
get
the
out and see
Windermere
the
Cup.
Cup. Exactly. That'll be in the Montlake Cut tomorrow. Lots of the UW crew.
And tomorrow also is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
Not much more to say about that. Is that all that it is? Star Wars Day? May the 4th be with you? Or the celebrations
a lot of
and
people are going
stuff?
to dress up. A lot of people are going to have their lightsabers out.
How many lightsabers do you have?
2.
Oh, I have 0.
You have to, you can't just have one because otherwise you can't have the,
Understood.
Yeah, that's a better. You do better sound effects
And
than I do.
Sunday,
Cinco de Mayo. Top ways that Americans will celebrate.
drink.
Well, drink specifically margaritas or maybe a cerveza.
And eat
That's a
Mexican
beer.
food. That's the other 60%, not the other. Like 6 out of 10 people are like, I don't know why we celebrate. And
But
this is
I'm
important
in.
to know.
But I'm in.
Why do we celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
It's not because it's their Independence Day, because I think that's in September or something.
It is because of the victory of Mexico over the French in the Battle of Puebla in 1862. It's not as huge of a deal in Mexico, but it's a big deal here, I guess, because it is an excuse to drink and eat great food.
You know who started this as a big deal?
No.
Beer companies.
Okay,
It's
that
true.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, beer companies, I guess.
I mean, are you going to celebrate? Because I'm going to have Mexican food on Sunday.
I would have Mexican food any day, but that gives me an excuse and Dana. So, yeah, we will probably go to Azul here in Mill Creek, Washington.
Mill
I don't
Creek,
really say Washington, by
Down
the way.
in Mill Creek Town Center.
Exactly. You?
I'll probably make Mexican food.
You would.
I'm
And it'll
gonna
be
make
delicious.
It'll be delicious, for sure.
If you want to go see a movie, well, first of all, you can stay home and watch the Jerry Seinfeld Unfrosted,
Unfrosted.
the Pop-Tarts
I'm
True.
No, it's
not
not
true.
true. That's what I was disappointed about. I learned that yesterday, and you already knew that.
Yeah, it's kind of a fable. I mean, there's a few facts in there.
No, hardly any,
for the
though.
most
Like,
part,
the
it's just
facts
a story.
are very small and
It's made up.
insignificant. It's a made-up story, but it will be entertaining, and there's a great cast.
Oh, yeah. They're saying good things about it. I
Hugh
mean,
Grant's in it.
Melissa
Jerry
McCarthy,
Seinfeld.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amy Schumer. There was Sarah Clark. Sarah something. Basically, Jerry, who is directing it as well, he got all his comedian friends to come out and.
it looks like it's going to be good, and the
I
reviews
can't
are
wait to
pretty
see
good.
it.
That
Yeah.
one. What about Fall Guy?
That's in the theaters.
Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling. We have a couple.
You had me at Ryan Gosling.
Really? Okay. The reviews were, the first couple I read were like, it's awful. It's a terrible movie. Nobody should see this. And I was like, what? But I looked further, and the majority are like, you know what? I loved it. One said a low-key masterpiece.
What?
And here's the one saying the first bad comedic performance from Ryan Gosling. So,
So Riley went to it. My daughter Riley.
Right.
She went to a little sneak peek of it, and she thought it was entertaining. She thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
So, you know what? That's the new movie in the theaters. Or, like Curt said, you can stay home and watch Unfrosted. It hits Netflix today.
Now, we know that people have been watching with bated breath
Like, I think across the nation, really.
the zebra story.
The loose zebras,
Yes. So this happened in North Bend a few days ago.
which is North Bend, for people that don't know. Where is it? How do
well,
you describe it? Off of I-90.
yeah, it's an east. You
I-90.
want to say it's an east suburb?
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I don't really understand what happened with this whole thing. So some woman was transporting zebras.
Four zebras were being transported to a petting zoo up around here.
Oh, they were coming here to the Pacific Northwest? I thought they were leaving.
No, well, they were leaving the Seattle area to go to, was it Wenatchee? No.
Okay.
Regardless.
Well, we know this is where you don't come to us for real news.
Yes, exactly. The long and the short of it is the driver who was transporting these zebras stopped to make an adjustment on the trailer, and when he did that, the zebras said, bye-bye.
See ya.
Yeah, and they took off.
All of them. Like
yes,
all
four.
the four left.
And there was a foal. There was a little baby in there as well. Now, 3 were collected and caught and brought back.
They were brought back to safety.
The 4th zebra, which is a mare, and they're calling her Z.
Well, first of all,
still on the run.
Right. And there's so many memes about her on social media. Like, there is one that's my favorite that I have seen like 3 times when I've been scrolling.
What's that?
Is Sasquatch riding the zebra. Have you seen that one?
That's an actual picture. That really happened. That really happened.
Bigfoot actually found the zebra, and they're together. That's where they are.
There was a sighting again.
In Unicorn Land.
Right. There's a few sightings, actually. A lot of people have caught this. And by the way, if you were out and you happen to see a zebra in the North Bend area, call 911.
Oh,
because the wildlife and animal thing, or they're trying to catch it.
Search and rescue, trying to find this.
There was a little bit of nerves yesterday because they also saw a cougar on that trail.
The same trail as the zebra. So the zebra was spotted on a trail, and this is what I don't like.
But there's nothing here saying...
Because the zebra could be totally gone and in the belly of that cougar.
Well, not all the zebra.
Well, so they don't eat the skin? Well, so the stripes?
There were some bones left. No.
Stop!
I know. But there's nothing here that says that a cougar would eat a zebra anyway. That honestly, they were like, we don't know if cougars eat zebras, as this has never happened before. Of course, they do eat other animals.
Well, and we're only bringing this up because it's a little bit comical, except for the cougar part.
Right.
And it's really a nationwide story that's going on.
Well, the memes remind me of, remember the Bernie Sanders thing with Bernie in the gloves, and they had Bernie sitting in a chair in all these different locations.
Oh, yeah. So now
here.
They have the zebra in different locations.
I saw one where the zebra was racing one of the Seahawks. They were like doing a
Oh, yeah,
sprint.
they're doing a lot with the sports, with the zebra.
Anyway, we hope that the zebra is found soon. Sans cougar.
You know what? The mayor, she's like, peace out. I'm not going to a petting zoo. I need to be free.
You think that's what it was?
Yes.
100%?
She needs to be free.
All right.
Okay, I am so proud of you for showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for responding to our call for, this is what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Tell us what you think.
Chime in answer on things that are overpriced, but still totally worth it.
Yes.
Now, we should start, because what would you offered something yesterday, I
Mine
think.
was shoes that are cute and the keyword and comfortable.
And there was one other thing you had.
Sheets.
The high-end sheets as well.
But then there's other things on here that people said, I'm like, oh yeah, that too. Oh yeah, that too.
Oh, you don't want to know what mine was, I guess.
do.
No, that's fine. I'm just going to go over
yours?
here. That's fine.
Curt Cruz, what is yours?
Mine is nothing that anybody else put, but I would say, of course, I'm going to say high-end guitars. Gibson Custom Shop Guitars. Gibson Custom Shop
Guitars. What does that even mean?
Well,
do you make your guitar?
No, they make it. But there's different levels. Anybody who plays like Fenders or whatnot, you've got the Fender, the U.S. Fender stuff. You've got then the next drop down, I guess the next level down, they make them in Mexico. And then there's the Fender Squire series, which is made, I don't know, on the moon. I'm not sure.
But that's
right.
That's
but Gibson also has the custom shop Gibsons are phenomenal and super expensive. But
that's your overpriced thing, though.
That would be an overpriced thing that I'd say is totally worth it.
I think that you're going to say, oh, yeah, that too. I think there's at least one of these things in here.
Oh, there's a bunch of things in here. And thank you for chiming in. Let's start with Danielle.
Yep. Glassy Baby.
Danielle, okay.
Hello. Of course, Glassy Baby is worth it. Yes. And Mariana said that too. Danielle also said Disneyland and good shoes.
Jennifer likes a nice lawn. Jennifer said true green for green grass and very few weeds. I don't know how much true green costs, but obviously it's
a lot, apparently.
On the pricier end. Sarah, I like this.
This is where I thought that you would be like, oh, yeah, Kraken tickets.
Kraken Games at Climate Pledge. Thank you for that, Sarah. I agree wholeheartedly. And also, she says, also Fubu, so I can watch the away games. Fubo. What did I say? Fubo. Sorry.
Fubo, so you can watch the away games. That's awesome. Randy said whiskey and the occasional fancy restaurant experience. Agreed.
Now, these are, again, things that are overpriced, but still totally worth it. And here we go again with all three. Sally, Lisa, you, Taryn, all said shoes.
Yeah, Sally added handbags too. She likes her handbags. And then with the shoes, Taryn mentioned the red bottom kind, by the way.
Which is
Christian Louboutin.
That's what I said.
Yes.
Christian Louboutin. Lane, one of our favorite listeners, by the way.
I can't even pronounce what he wrote.
Remember Lane used to be our
Santa. Yes.
And when we would do
Lane Bailey, if you need a Santa, he's your man.
Fantastic. He has a very specific wine. That's Sangiovese. The whole thing looks like it's
fancier.
Is it Secchi Sangiovese
I
di
feel
Toscana.
like I need to get my winemaker Kevin on this to tell us
and
how to
my wife would
pronounce
know
this.
as well. So we butchered the name, but he says that.
What is it?
Secchi Sangiovese di Toscana with some dried apricot, pear slices, and camembert cheese.
We are slaughtering this.
That's because we can't afford that stuff.
We can't afford it. Lane,
Very specific,
you need to invite us over
yes.
so we can
try that.
Experience this bouginess that you speak of.
It's true. All right, things that are overpriced but still totally worth it. Patrick says traveling long distance in business class. Yes.
There's several other people that agree with him on that. Janet said her fancy, healthy peanut butter.
Ooh.
Lisa and Dawn both said, and I agree, live concerts.
Live performances, live theater is all fantastic. Marilyn is a simple one. Fresh fruit.
You know, sadly, that is expensive.
It should not be.
It should not be as expensive as it is. I can tell you that. Tracy said her vitamins and agrees with me about the sheets.
Oh, the sheets is important.
Sonia, weekly manicures. Whitney said her hairdresser, and I was like, yes.
That's an important one.
Yes, that is an important one.
Amanda said things that are overpriced but still totally worth it. Annual music festival cruises. That goes along with the music stuff. And then Farah says gourmet donuts.
Yes, please.
All right.
I would like gourmet donuts.
And now, what's the deal with Lindsay says leggings? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Leggings is not the same as yoga pants.
I use yoga pants as leggings sometimes, as long as they are not see-through, that
Then what's the difference that makes leggings and yoga pants yoga pants?
There's different levels of, there's like anything, there's different levels of things. And so leggings, you want good ones, you want good stretch and thicker ones. And so, And if you wear leggings a lot, you're going to want those.
You didn't answer the difference between that and
yoga pants?
I'm trying to be educated here.
Yoga pants could be more like that material. I don't know what you call it. That's like sweat wicking away.
Oh, okay.
And leggings could be more cotton.
Okay. All right. I'll accept that.
Okay.
Good answer.
A couple more. Give us a couple more.
David, very specific here. Fishing lures, which he says fishing lures are all overpriced, but when you're buying hope, it just feels worth it.
When you're buying
hope. I'm going to get some fish today.
Thank you, David, for that. Mm-hmm. That is perfect.
And then Jody, we have her saying a town car to the airport when you're traveling. Agreed as well.
Yes. Curt, you have a story about going out last night. I thought you told me that you went to the Barking Frog, which is a
different
bougie, high-end restaurant in the Woodinville area here in Washington. It's wine country. But really, it was what?
The Barking Dog.
The Barking Dog.
Ale House, which is also fantastic.
Very fantastic, but probably opposite of the culinary experience that you have at Barking Frog.
Well, the Barking Dog in Ballard, they allow you to bring your dogs, which is great. So we brought Bella.
Oh.
Yeah. It can't go in. Well, I guess they can go inside too.
Barking Dog Ale House. Okay, I want to bring... Oh, no, I'm not bringing Snotty Sailor.
What? Would she not behave?
She just is... she's just unpredictable.
Listen, if Bella the Beagle goes... And she went to the Barking Dog, by the way, and she's like, I can bark here. It's like, no. Because she barks a lot. A beagle barks a lot.
Okay.
She was very good, though. I think you should bring Snotty Sailor.
I might try.
Sometime.
We'll okay.
And it was a great night. We're celebrating a friend's birthday, so we're at the Barking Dog Ale House, and great food and drinks and everything. But it led to a question about tipping, and this is not at all directed at Barking Dog. The question was just brought up.
About tipping in general.
Because now, and not everywhere, but in the Seattle area now, for quite a while now, they've been adding the extra service charge, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
yes.
Which I thought was for the people, other people in the back and whatnot.
So there's a service charge, plus they want you to leave gratuity. That's not in lieu of gratuity.
And also, this did not happen at the Barking Dog, but somebody brought up the fact that now when you go to, because you're not signing paper anymore, you're doing it on the thing. And it gives you the prompt, do you want to leave a tip, right? Yeah. And then it gives you 15, 18, or 20%.
Or more.
Well, that's the thing. Some places are now starting, of course, it has at the bottom, you can do a custom tip if you want.
Right.
But
I know
they're starting, it's like, okay, would you like to leave a tip? 22%, 25%, or 30%?
I just experienced that the other day. I'm like, what is this?
And I wonder,
custom tip.
Is it not sneaking? Like, oh, okay, here's bam. You know what I mean? Is that what they're trying to do?
For sure.
Oh, just give this.
Sure.
Because Dana and I, we tip at 20%, pretty much. I mean, it would have to be really bad service. I don't even give it a second thought. I mean, it's a couple extra bucks, big deal. But this sort of suggestive sell of you should start your,
I don't like it.
Yeah. You don't like
it's trickery. It's trickery.
We did leave a nice tip, but it is kind of trickery. And
nice tip is 20%.
Yeah, and you go up from there if it's really good service. But is that what are the rules for tipping, I guess, was also what was brought up. Do you actually, and I don't, but is the service is really, really bad? I'm usually like, well, they must have been shorthanded tonight, or
I'm not.
Somebody was sick and called in.
I don't leave the full. I do not leave the full 20%.
So you use
the service is bad.
You use the tip
That is what tipping is for.
I know that's what tipping is for.
Okay.
I just don't do it. I'm like, all right, they were nice. I mean, I've never run into a really rude.
If you had bad service and a person that's not very
attentive? Okay.
Then no, sorry.
No, they get less than 20%.
They get less than 20%.
And then she probably is like, Jen Pirak, here's my address.
Here's the thing. I'm not really crappy about it, but I'm not giving you full 20% tip because the tip is exactly that. Like, it's above and beyond the bill that I'm paying because of the service that you provided me. It's a reflection of the service.
And one more thing about that. It used to be that if you were in a big group, of course, groups of 10 or more, gratuity is automatically added. Yeah. Now I'm finding you got to keep an eye on the receipt because sometimes gratuity is just added
automatically.
Yeah. And then
even now in not big groups, sometimes it's automatically.
And then of course you're going to tip on top of that, and
because
inflation
you're not paying attention.
Also coming into it. Everything's more expensive. So yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I just got a little note from our favorite bar, Crowbar in Bothell.
Okay, saying you didn't tip enough?
No, not saying I didn't tip enough. No, just explaining that the high cost of foods is causing their menu prices to go up, which I thought was nice. Like, here's why. We're not just doing it just because.
Right.
The prices are going up because legitimately the supplies costs are going up.
Absolutely.
Quality ingredients prices going up, the whole thing. So I thought that was a nice touch.
It is nice. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking the fact that prices are going up. I mean, they have no choice. It's like, okay, we used to be able to make this dish for whatever.
Yep.
Now it costs us $3 more to make because of the ingredients and what it costs. So that's,
You know what they call the people that they email? The murder club. Get it, Crow?
If a murder of crows. Nice. You're in the murder club?
I am. I love it.
Okay. Another thing. So the story that you were going to share about being that person. I'm doing the air quotes. Jen said, you know what? I was that person at Fred Meyer, the grocery store.
So I was that person in that I walked in the store with my phone, like I'm talking on my phone as I'm walking in the store, which isn't uncommon.
Right.
Except for when you're on your phone, you're not focused on what you're supposed to be doing.
What did you walk into?
Well, first of all, I stubbed my toe on the cart as I'm talking on the phone. So that hurt.
Yeah.
Then I walked to get milk. I need milk. Macy's like, Mom, our milk is sour. So she didn't have milk for breakfast yesterday. Aww. So I promptly dropped her off at school and then went to the store. This is my experience. I go to the section and I'm talking to my mom on the phone and I go to open the door and someone's like, do not open those doors. And I'm like, what? Whoa. Well, apparently Fred Meyer, all of their refrigerator sections were out of order, and there were big signs on the refrigerator, and they were taped off.
And
I still went to open the door. I'm like, I'm so sorry for being that person. Yes. I'm like, Mom, I have to go. I need to focus on what I'm doing. I will call you later.
Was there a way to get your milk then?
No.
Okay.
That is the crazy thing. So I was at Fred Meyer yesterday, and the deli refrigerator went out. So you could not buy meat. You could not buy regular meat, deli meat, eggs, cheese, any of it. Like anything that was refrigerated, no go.
And Freddy's is awesome. Their employees are great, and their servers, their checkout people are great.
And I felt really bad that person had to yell at me. I don't like being yelled at. Don't yell at me.
Yes.
So here's a couple more things having to do with my day in shopping.
Okay.
I just want to put this out there.
All right.
Let's help the cart people, the people that go and get the carts. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to the store and you're going to need a cart and the cart thing is filled up, and even if it's not filled up, just grab a cart to go in. You're talking about
the cart return in the lot.
In the parking lot.
You can grab a cart over there and go.
In the parking lot and then go into the store.
Are you the kind of person, because I do this when it comes up, if somebody is just unloaded their cart in the vehicle, I was like, hey, I'll take that back for you, because I need a cart.
Yeah, and it helps. Yeah. It's just a good, that's just good humanity thinking. Just the good cause for all.
And unfortunately, there's not as much of that as used to go around.
Well, a lot of people just leave their cart in the parking spot. I'm like, how did you even get the cart right here? Probably because the spot was empty. But now I can't park there.
Yeah, person who left the cart.
Put your cart back and then grab a cart if you're going shopping in the parking lot and bring it into the store. That's my little...
Are you stepping off the old soapbox now?
I am.
Well, I thought you had one more thing.
No, actually, no, I'm not.
You're still on the soapbox.
I'm still on the soapbox.
All right, tell us about the Costco thing.
Costco gasoline.
Yeah.
So if you go to Costco, I'm sure that you've experienced the long lines that can sometimes be there. Sometimes you get lucky and you drive right up to a pump, but many times you're having to wait. So when you're waiting, get your credit card out, maybe pop the button for your, be efficient because there are people waiting.
Right. So what happens is,
I was
you're
so
sitting
mad yesterday.
You're let me guess, you're the next car to go in. There's somebody in front of you, and had they finished pumping the gas and everything?
No, here's what happened. It's usually they have 3 pumps, right?
Right.
So all 3 clear out. And the other courtesy thing is if you're almost done with your gas, or you're, what do I want to say? You wait for the person that's finished their gas, because there's one person at the pump, to clear out so that you can go to the front pump.
And then the people can fill in behind you.
For
exactly.
everybody else. There are certain things you need to be doing at the gas station. I am really fired up right now.
There's another rant coming, I sense. So but the deal with yesterday was they pulled in to fill their tank and then just sat there?
Fiddly effing around. That's what they call it. They're fiddly effing around. It took them at least 3 minutes to even get out of their car and start to pump their gas. I almost went up to them and talked to them because I'm like,
listen,
are you kidding? Be respectful.
Yes. I thought you were going to go a different way.
Be efficient. What did you think I was going to do?
I'm sorry. I didn't think you were going to go a different way. My thing is a similar thing. Just to stay on that subject, whether at the gas tank or if you get into your car after you're done shopping.
Yeah.
You get into your car, get the hell out of there.
Oh, so someone can take your spot.
Right. And
do you not see my blinker on trying to take your spot? Put your seatbelt on and leave.
Or if you're, the thing that frustrates me is that people will get into their car, start the car, put it in reverse so the reverse lights are on.
And you're waiting.
And then they're still checking their whatever. It's like, at least don't put the reverse lights on until you're ready to go. And you got to check your email.
Amen.
What's going on?
To that.
All right, man, we are just fixing all the world's problems today, aren't we?
If we ruled the world.
If we ruled the world, yes. Yes, but I agree with you on the gas thing.
Okay, now I have one more funny thing that happened yesterday in the car with my daughter, Macy. She's 14. She's about to turn 15 next week.
Let's hear this. All right.
So we love to sing in the car together. She plays DJ, puts the playlist together, and then so one of the songs that she played, which I was so excited about, is she put in Tom Petty's Free Falling.
Okay.
So we're singing together, and I have to get the lyrics out because the
lyrics
she's
that she blew
a good girl,
right?
Loves her mama, loves Cheez-Its.
Oh, she loves Cheez-Its.
and America too.
All right.
I'm like, what did you say? She's like, Cheez-Its. I'm like, no, she loves Jesus, honey.
Wait, it wasn't Cheez-Its, it was Cheez-Its?
Cheez-Its. Like the cracker.
Cheez-Its are pretty good.
Loves Cheez-Its.
And now.
And America, too.
You're never going to hear the song the same way again. It's loves Cheez-Its.
It's really supposed to be loves Jesus, but Cheez-Its works because Cheez-Its are American, right?
That's true, but it's such a simple, it's a great song, but it's so simple. And Cheez-Its.
It sounds like it.
All right.
Doesn't it?
Yes, I would throw it in here so we can listen to it, but we got to pay money and rights and stuff like that. And anyway. And all in our heads now, everybody's like, oh, yeah, I guess it is love Cheez-Its.
I'm doing a show and tell, and I will say, if you're not watching.
Oh, wow.
I got off the printer. Curt has a printer, and we print out some things so that we both can share, what we're going to talk about.
But my wife also uses this room as her office for her super smart stuff.
She's a super smart scientist. So what we pull off the printer for her, because I'm like, oh, wait, this is not ours. Molecular immunology. I mean, I can't. What's
molecular immunology?
That is the longest word ever. What's this?
That's immunomodulation of mast cells by nutrients.
And here's what we pull off the printer. We pull off Taco Bell is testing chicken nuggets.
Yes. Talk about Bella at the barking frog or dog. Okay,
Very
so tomorrow,
different.
listen in for immunomodulation.
No.
We're not doing it?
No,
We've got
we're not doing that.
right
I don't
here.
want it.
I'll tell you what.
Real smart people stuff.
Way
and we are
smart.
not that. So we're smart, but not real smart.
As we head into the weekend.
Yeah, Monday. So I'm going to put this on Facebook, and we'd love for you to comment. Oh, yeah, wait. We have weekend plans. That's right. I'm sorry. I'm going out of order.
That's okay.
Kurt.
It's also
what
right
am I
up
doing
here.
this weekend? What are you doing?
I'm going to go help raise money for Our Lady of Fatima School.
We did a Teacher of the Week visit
We did do
there.
a Teacher of the Week visit there. Very cool. And the theme, sometimes they'll have a theme for these fundraisers, and their theme is Studio 54.
Disco.
Yes. I think
Are you wearing your sparkly coat?
I'm wearing my sparkly coat. And I got sparkly shoes. I used to have the black ones. But after we did our breakfast club and you were in your silver sparkly shoes, I was like, I need some like that too for these kind of nights.
So did you get some?
Yeah.
You got sparkly shoes. Can you please,
silver sparkly shoes,
please wear them on the show on Monday?
Okay.
And a jacket.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole thing. So that's what I get to do.
I love sparkles.
And then we've got a free day on Sunday. What are you doing?
I am going up north to Cedar Woolley to spend the weekend with Pat. And then we have a couple friends that are bringing their RV to park on his property. And we're going to just hang out together.
I love it.
It's going to be super fun. And of course, Cinco de Mayo. We will celebrate by eating Mexican food.
And so maybe it'll be Mexican food out there in the wilderness, though.
No,
I guess this property is not the wilderness, really, is it?
Pat lives in an RV. He lives in an RV because he's remodeling a house.
And building a house.
Wow. And so we'll probably go to his son's house that he remodeled and then sold to his son.
You just have the ultimate boyfriend.
He does do it all.
He does do it all. And he smiles the whole time, too. I've never seen him grumpy. Remember yesterday, it's like, let us know something Jen does that is gross. Well, Jen doesn't really do any gross things, and she's just perfect, and there's nothing gross. And you guys in your year-old relationship,
Right.
I know. Still in the honeymoon phase for the longest time.
Still in the honeymoon phase, and I love it. I hope to keep it that way. That's my goal.
Here's what your homework is for the weekend. Our homework and everybody else's.
Our homework, too, because I really have to think about this, because I think I have some ideas.
Okay. The question was posted when somebody visits you, right?
Or you visit someone else.
What are you giving an out-of-town guest that best represents your state, or maybe even your city?
What are you bringing from your home state?
Say, okay, yeah, we are vacationing in, I don't know, South Carolina.
And visiting some family, and we want to bring them a little something from our hometown.
What would that be?
Do you have some ideas?
I have some ideas. I mean, but a lot of them are simple. Like, oh, bring a magnet that says Washington on it.
No, like, I'm going to say smoked salmon.
That'd be perfect,
Right?
Yeah.
From the market?
But there's got to be other things as well.
Oh, no, there for sure is other things.
And that's very Seattle-centric, too, by the way.
But no, and we hope people are listening from around the nation and even the world. So,
what do you bring from your home state that represents your home state
or
to
your
share with
home
somebody
area?
else?
If you're listening from around the world, what are you bringing from your home place?
Right. And we'll put that up.
And
so you can chime in.
Yeah, we'd love for you to chime in.
Go to the Facebooks. I'm saying it on purpose that way, just like Washington. Instagram,
Washington,
everywhere. And in the meantime, you can follow us.
Like us, share us, love us, please.
Is there a love us button?
Yeah, the heart.
Love us, okay.
Isn't there a heart on any of those
things?
There
is a heart,
We're on all the platforms, so there's got to be a heart button. Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Make good choices, find joy, spread kindness. Thank you so much for listening. Okay, I am so